Hey, it's Naftali. I was just really inspired to record this video today. I don't even know what the title is going to be. I don't even know the direction I'm going, but I do know that it's starting with a great feeling, and I just want to share that with you. So this video is it's a bit of a declaration, and by that I mean, as of right now, I've decided to shift a bit. It's not a drastic shift, but it's an important one. The way that I coach and the way that I live and the way that I see the world. So basically, what I'm saying right now is that I'm no longer going to be focused on anything negative, right? And I'll tell you more what I mean by that. A lot of times when I've been coaching or I've thought about the programs that I want to share with people, or the impact that I want to have on the world, a lot of my thought has been focused around like, I want to help companies be less immoral, right? To not have immoral behavior, or to be less greedy, or to not treat people badly, right? I would even say that that's the story that I've told many times about how I started my first company. Was that I felt like the companies that I had worked at treated people really badly, and I wanted to have a company where people were treated nicely. It's a really nice sentiment, and it worked out great. But from now on, I'm throwing away all of the negative stuff. All right, I want to teach people how to just be more loving, how to be kinder, how to be more generous. How to contribute more to their communities, to their society, whatever that might look like, right? Even in terms of health coaching, which I do a little bit of, right? No more am I talking about, losing weight, right? Like that's because weight is like this thing we're carrying around that we have to lose. It's somehow bad. Like, no, it's all going to be about love and filling your body with good food. And of course, generally those, like, you lose some weight, but I don't want to focus on those sorts of negative goals anymore, right? Even like, there's this book called Eat to Beat Disease. Super popular book. Like, why do you want to be thinking about disease every time you're eating? I want to think about health. Right? Now, these are subtle things, and some people might say, well, like, you can't think about health without thinking about disease, and that's just complete crap, to be honest. Even big things like global warming. I'm not a denier by any sense of the imagination, but like, I'm not thinking about it anymore, right? I don't want to think about all of these bad things in the world that we have to somehow fix, because the way to quote unquote fix any of these things, which may or may not need to be fixed, is through joy and through abundance and through love and through contribution and all of those things, right? And this idea of like, well, we can't fix problems if we don't know what they are. Yeah, we can, because more light just rubs out darkness. And in fact, you can't shovel darkness out of a room. It's impossible. The only thing you can do is shove light into that room, and then all of a sudden, it's not dark, right? So I'm not going to talk about racism or sexism, or even, I don't even want to talk about things that imply that those things exist. I'm not saying that they don't. I'm not blind to how the world, sort of looks right now. But let's say I'm interviewing somebody who's a minority person. I'm not going to fill my head with thoughts of, bias and all of that kind of stuff. I'm going to fill my head with thoughts of love and openness and creativity and expanding my mind so that I can listen infinitely, right? So I can really, really, really listen to everything that they're saying and everything that they're not saying and everything that they are being, and all of their fears that are coming across, to see through those and to see beyond anything that's even in front of me, right? to see. I don't mean like see beyond their skin color or something like that. I just mean like throw all of that stuff away. Throw any ideas away about about things that we're trying to fix. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to think about fixing problems. I want to think about love. I want to think about contribution. I want to think about adding to the world. And I know for sure that anything that looks like a problem right now in this world, whatever we could point to, those things will just go away the more that we focus on light. The darkness will fade when there is more light. It just has to work that way. The way that I coach now is sort of to help people understand the mechanism of the way that the mind works, which I think is still super interesting. But the other thing that I want to coach now, and the objective that I want to have for anybody that I coach, and certainly, companies and so forth, is joy and happiness and peace and love. And these are not objectives. These are not things to get to down the road. These are things to be in the moment. Because everything is going to come from that. Everything is going to come from that. More sales are going to come from joy and love and happiness. Just being happy. Don't you just want to be happy? Like Gary Vee says, don't you just want to be happy? That's what's going to come. Hiring better people, hiring more, having a more diverse workplace, whatever you want to say, it's going to come from, seeing the beauty in everybody, not from thinking, oh, am I being biased right now? Oh, I should be careful. Not going to come from that. Right? It's going to come from more happiness. And I just want everybody to be happy. And I don't know what has shifted in me, but all of a sudden I see that it's completely possible, regardless of what, diagnosis you may have or experiences you may have had in your past or anything like that. I just see it as so possible that it's in us. It is us. The happiness and love and joy, it is us. So as of now, I'm making a declaration. If anybody wants to call me on anything in the future of pointing to negativity, by all means, please feel free to do so. But as of now, we're not talking about going away from negativity. We're not talking about shoveling darkness out of a room. We're just going to talk about filling it with light. So anyway, as always, I'd love to hear what you think. Thanks so much.